Welcome to the third video to section 3.4. We'll be continuing our studies of composition of functions in this video. Up until now, we've done the composition of two functions, but in problem number 7, we'll examine the composition of three functions. Notice here we have f of g of h of x. In this case, h is the most inner function, then g, then f. We'll always have to work from the inside first and then work our way out. Taking a look at number 7, we want to take the composition of the three functions. So first, we're going to plug h into f of g, like this. From here, we'll plug x squared plus 2 into g. And now we'll plug this into f, and we'll get our answer. Now, let's apply our composition of functions to an application problem. Take a look at number 8. A spherical balloon is being inflated. The radius of the balloon is increasing at the rate of 2 centimeters per second. Let's start out by letting the radius be the function f of t. And since the radius is growing at 2 centimeters per second, f of t will equal 2t. For letter B, we're asked to find the volume as a function of the radius. Let's recall that our volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So if we would like to find the volume, let's say we're going to let volume be g of r, because it will be with respect to the radius. We'll use our formula. For letter C, we're asked to find the composition of g of f. So we're going to take f and plug f into g, like so. And from here, we'll work with our exponents. We're also asked in letter C, what does this function in letter C represent? And this is the volume as a function of the time. When we're working with the composition of functions, sometimes there's more than one pair of f and g that will give us our final composition. Please keep in mind this is the identity function. And for this problem, in number 9 and 10, we won't be using the identity function. For number 9 and 10, we're asked to express the function in the form f of g. One way to do this is we can look at our outside function, and I like to think of it as parentheses cubed, but it would actually be f of x equals x cubed. And if f is the outer function, that means our inner function would be what's inside the parentheses. But we could also do this. We could check and let our outer function be this. And if that's our outer function, then our inner function would be x squared. Go ahead and check this out to see if both of these compositions will give us the same answer. We might have an outer function that looks like this. And if that's the case, the inner function, the one that's being plugged into f, would be the exponent, which is 2x minus 1. Or perhaps our outer function would look like this. If that was the case, then our inner function would just be 2x. And that's the third video to section 3.4.